Use your teacher voice.
We're lively.
Aye, we are.
Here.
Another picture here.
Yeah. Or Saudi.
Good stuff.
Oh, and it's maybe.
Was it Irn-Bru your idea, Kenny?
Doing my bit. I wasn't for making anything last night. Thanks for showing me. Irn-Bru.
Fair dues.
I think it's not for me, actually.
I already pasted in my post.
No way. This man at the open night, he had several glasses of wine.
Bet he did.
Enjoyed himself very much. I saw you getting carried out. You look like you had a good night. Haggis, turnips, potatoes. People call this neeps. Neeps. And people call this tatties. Haggis, turnips, potatoes, neeps and tatties. Don't put the handwriting in English.
Alright.
You like that?
We are waiting for your point.
Yeah, I know, I'm waiting.
Is it yours or Robert Ben?
Rubber bands.
Next best thing. Go on, give us a taster.
That's in the room at the back.
I like when there's good people say, I don't know.
Some people say, I know, say no.
I know.
This is fun, I know.
And is the action? Is Harry the action?
So I'll just go, I'll give him a big intro if you want. Aye, I'll tell you what, see with all the food.
Good man.
I did it up, it's going to be beautiful. They told me in the morning, I'm going to do some work. Ready, boss?
He's all dressed up.
Too long on the floor, I can't remember exactly what I memorised.
What should I do? Two or three's enough, eh? Just go through the book. Right, you ready for action? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks, just one moment. First of all, thanks very much for coming to our Burns lunch. As you know, today is an important day in Scotland. It's a celebration of our national poet, Robert Burns. And to mark this special day, John Paul is going to read some traditional Burns poetry for you. So, nice and quiet, and give him a big...
On you go, JP. On you go.
Can everyone see? This first one is called Mary Morrison. Oh Mary, at thy window be, it is the wish, the trusted hour. Those smiles and glances let me see, that make the miser's treasure poor. How blithely would I bid restore, a weary slave through sun to sun. Could I the rich reward secure, the lovely Mary Morrison. Your stream went to trembling string, the dance could through the lighted hall. To thee my fancy took its wing, I sat but neither heard nor saw. For this was fair and that was braw, and yon the toast to all the town. I sang and sang among them all, Yarn a Mary Morrison. O Mary, canst thou wreck his peace, while I'd forsake would gladly lie, or canst thou break that heart of his, whose only fault is loving thee. If love for love thou wilt gie, at least be pity to me shown. A thought ungentle cannot be, the thought of Mary Morrison.
Hey.
Yes, is for children. For children in Spain. And for adults also. Okay. Doña Pita Piturra tiene unos guantes. Doña Pita Piturra, muy elegantes. Doña Pita Piturra tiene un sombrero. Doña Pita Piturra como un plumero. Doña Pita Piturra tiene un zapato. Doña Pita Piturra le viene ancho. Doña Pita Piturra tiene toquillas. Doña Pita Piturra con 3 polillas. Doña Pita Piturra tiene unos guantes. Doña Pita Piturra están muy grandes. Doña Pita Piturra tiene unos guantes. Doña Pita Piturra. Lo he dicho antes.
Well done, Japes.
Thank you, thank you. More, more.
Hey!
This one's called A Man's a Man for All That. Is there for honest poverty that hangs his head and all that? The coward slave we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For all that and all that, our toils obscure and all that. The rank is but the guinea stamp, the man's a gown for all that. What though on homely fire we dine, we're hodden grey and all that. Ye fools are silks and knaves are wine, a man's a man for all that. For all that and all that, the tinsel show and all that. The honest man, though e'er so poor, is king of men for all that. You see yon Birkie called a lord, who struts and stares and all that. Though hundreds worship at his word, he's but a goof for all that. For all that and all that, the driven star and all that. The man of independent mind, he looks and laughs at all that. A prince can make a belted knight, a Marquis Duke and all that. But an honest man's aboon his might, good faith he mauna for that. For all that and all that, their dignities and all that, the pith of sense and pride of worth, a higher rank than all that. Then let us pray that come it may, as come it will for all that sense of worth, o'er all the earth shall bear the gree and all that. For all that and all that, it's coming yet, for all that man to man, the world o'er, shall brothers be for all that. Arabic poetry.
Ladies and gents.
He's Egyptian. He called Ahmed Shawqi. He's, I think, one of the most popular Arabic poetries. He said, I say it in Arabic, so. إني لتطربني الخلال كريمة طرب الغريب بأوبة وتلاقي وتهزني ذكر المروءة والندى بين الشمائل هزة المشتاق. At the end of it, he talks about the mother and how does it make, how do they look after their children, and he said, الأم مدرسة إذا أعددتها أعددت شعبا طيب الأعراق. الأم روض إن تعهده الحياة بالري رق أيما إراقي. الأم أستاذ الأساتذة الأولى شملت مآثرهم مدى الآفاق.
So, I just came for some food, but apparently I have to give you an Australian poem. So I'm going to be reading this one in Australian, not classroom voice, normal voice. It's called A Bush Christening by Banjo Patterson, an Australian guy. He's very dead, like Robbie Burns. On the outer Baku, where churches are few and men of religion are scanty, on a road never crossed, set by folk that are lost, one Michael McGee had a shanty. Now this Mike was the dad of a 10-year-old lad, plump, healthy and stoutly conditioned. He was strong as the best, but poor Mike had no rest, for the youngster had never been christened. And his wife used to cry, if the darling should die, St. Peter would not recognise him. But by luck he survived, till a preacher arrived, and who agreed straight away to baptise him. Now the artful young rogue while they held their collogue, with his ear to the keyhole was listening, and he muttered in fright while his features turned white, "What the devil and all is this christening?" He was none of your dolts, he had seen them brand colts, and if it seemed to his small understanding, if the man in the frock made him one of the flock, it must mean something very much like branding. So away with a rush he set off to the bush, while the tears in his eyelids they glistened. "'Tis outrageous," says he, "to brand youngsters like me. I'll be dashed if I stop to be christened." How much do you want?
How much is it?
3 more.
Alright.
Like a young native dog he ran into a log, and his father with language uncivil, never heeding the priest, cried aloud in his haste, "Come out and be christened, you divil." But he lay there as snug as a bug in a rug, and his parents in vain might reprove him, till his reverence spoke, he was fond of a joke. "I've a notion," says he, "that'll move him. Poke a stick up the log, give the spalpeen a prog, poke him ainsy, don't hurt him or maim him. 'Tis not long that he'll stand, I've the water at hand, as he rushes out this end I'll name him. Here he comes, and for shame you've forgotten the name. Is it Patsy or Michael or Dennis?" Ere the youngster ran out and the priest gave a shout, "Take your chance anyhow with McGuinness." As the howling young cub ran away to the scrub where he knew that pursuit would be risky, the priest as he fled flung a flask at his head that was labelled McGuinness's whiskey. And McGuinness McGee has been made a JP, and the one thing he hates more than sin is to be asked by the folk who have heard of the joke how he came to be christened McGuinness. Yeah.
Bravo. Bravo.
There'll be questions afterwards.